test it. Test 1, that works. Test 2, that works. Good. Maybe it'll even pick up that. Perfect. Close that. This is working. Good. That's done. That's done. That's done. Alrighty. Sorry, my nose is running a little bit. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Just busy getting everything set up. And then we'll be good to go. Cool. Everything seems to be working. It's fine. Hey, how's it going, everybody? I'm just busy getting everything set up. My base. Very cool. Just making sure I'm not dying somewhere. Alrighty, alrighty, alright. Almost done setting up. Music in this game is great. Up, 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 up. Alright, everything seems to be working great. That's all working. This is working. That I did, so I can close that. This I can close. And then all of this is working perfectly great. Yeah. And yeah. Cool. I don't know if it'll pick that up, but we'll see. Perfect. Alrighty. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna continue the story. So we were doing, I think it's this one. So we're gonna go finish up that story. Should I take the big boy? No, I'm using the big boy at the moment for something else. So we're not going to take the big boy. I do have some crap in my inventory. Let me decrapify. That's really cool. Okay. Let's see, I always dump these in here. That I don't need on me. And that I will rip apart. What is going on? It's lagging. I'm just gonna empty this. Okay, I have, what do I have? I have water. Okay, I'm full on water. I have a bunch of crap. There we go, put that in there. Good. Alright, let's go do this mission. I think we've got to go to Harko village. Because I think I've done everything on this map. Shouldn't be any more quests. At some point I need to go around and collect all the intel points. I like that most of them, there's a few that I haven't. Anyways. At some point I need to make a deep desert base. sick and tired of flying out there the whole time. This is a bit loud. It shouldn't lower your guys' volume, I don't think. It should just be for my headset. I need to actually check and to watch one of my videos back and see if the game audio is quieter enough than my speaking. Hopefully it is. Harko Village, we need to go down. I don't know why everything happens in Harko, but it is what it is. How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Harko Village. Excuse me. These things always take forever to load. Alright, let us continue. So there's a quest there. There is some other quests that I gotta do while I'm here, I think. Does this guy sell anything for me? I think he does.
Trade with a trade.
I don't think I finished. Or did I? I saw there were some things in here. That's what I'm doing now. So I have 2 things for her. Yeah, something different. No, not that. Where was it? Was it in here? Yeah. See, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing for that. We could go try to talk to the Bene Gesserit lady. She is here. Let's go see if she does anything for us. I'm at discovering locations, and I've been here like a million times. Weird.
You have come a long way, Adept. You are quite unlike any other I have encountered on this accursed world. You are both competent and deliberate, a rare combination outside the Sisterhood. There is something about you, Adept. I sensed it from the first. I know not what part you have to play in this grand drama, but it will be an important one.
Alrighty, let's talk through all of these and see if it finishes that quest.
I cannot tell you without breaking my oath to protect the Sisterhood's greatest secret. And while I have every reason to hate them for their willful ignorance, I will not cross that line. What I can tell you is that, like all those who seek to hold the reins of power, the Bene Gesserit are obsessed with controlling the future. And while I share their vision for the future, I believe they are on the wrong path to that future. I believe the true path leads right here to Arrakis. Indeed I will, Adept. My work here is not yet done. Allow me time to consider all we have learned and decide my next steps. I will undoubtedly have more intrigue for you to get caught up in.
What does that mean? They're
Do
gonna
you
expand?
actually have a
quest-
question about Fremen law? The Al-Shahid Akadib. Where did you hear of that?
Nice.
Very well. I'll tell you what I know. In my research of Proto-Fremen religion, I discovered the notes of an Enhedwana, a sort of pre-Fremen hybrid of a Sayadina and soothsayer. Her dreams had an uncanny knack of coming true, and one of her dreams described a twin-tailed comet falling from the sky. A great chariot of fire carrying the Al-Shahid Akadib. A great prophet born to expose the falsehoods that blind us all. The seer of lies. Prophecies are never literal, Adept. You must probe deeper if you are to get at the truth.
Sick.
You have come a long way, Adept. You are both competent. There is something about you. I know not what part you have to play in this grand drama, but it will be. Margot Fenring is an influential sister and must not be underestimated. I suspect the War of Assassins and her husband's adjudication of it keep her busy. But time will come when she turns her attention to me, and I must be ready. Thank you, Adept.
Alrighty. Did that finish it? No. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, what's this one? Imperial conditioning from a bearer of the mark. Alrighty. What the hell does that mean? I think the swordman guy died, didn't he? I can't remember. Where was he? He was here somewhere. Oh, he was here. Yeah. I think I accidentally had him killed. Hey, I wonder if there's quests for Harker Village. So I found some more for the Atreides one. I wonder if there is.
I knew you'd be back.
Did I buy all of these from the other one? Let's see. Bigger Buggy Boot Mark 3. I did, and Albatross Wings. Maybe. Mark 5. Got 4 and 5.
I knew you'd be back.
That's a 5. Okay. Knight Rider Sandbike Booster Mark 2. Okay, I do have it. Okay, so I do
knew
have all of
you'd
these,
be
I think.
back.
Alrighty. Where is the quest? Let me just check if my auction's sold. No, still not. I know my spice did. Let's actually look and see what this price of spices, see if we can make some money. 125. I'm not gonna. We don't need to. We won't make money with that. Where is the quest? Where's the quest board here? Is it up here? Ah, here it is. Oh, they're awesome. Let's go do these quickly. I hate leaving quests lying around. I like to have all the quests done. And then we'll carry on with the normal storyline. And there was a weird bug with the one patch, 1.3 I think, where I logged in and it started doing the voice for every quest in the game. It was crazy bonkers. Alrighty, what do you got?
Come in, Pawindar. Come in. State your purpose before my fricassee grows cold. It is barely edible when hot. One would think that in an imperium of 1,000,000 worlds, some culinary aptitude would have developed somewhere.
Sounds like Snape.
I wouldn't give for a proper bowl of Klavna Gar, or even a plate of Borks, steaming, rare, and glowing like the fires of Aralu. What is it you wanted again? State your business or be gone. My fricassee grows cold. That need is overstating it. I simply require an odd assortment of spare parts to fuel my experiments, and will pay handsomely for their conveyance. Something about this corrupt world nurtures the greed in your kind, Pawindar. Until recently, I had a convivial relationship with my supplier. They provided a fresh and steady supply of the materials I require, and my payment was similarly unfaltering. They are demanding 5 times as much, but how did you know? They seemed very professional in their way, but now they hold my package for ransom. It is an outrage. You will find the robbers in Jabal Efreet. I will amend the contract with the exact coordinates.
Wait. I have to go to Hugger Basin. I don't want to go to the Hugger Basin right now. I'll do that later. Beep, 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 beep. Unless the main story leads us that way. I like how it's no longer that that other dude, whatever his name is. His name is. I have his ring. Where's his ring? Zentara. It's not showing Zentara anymore. Buddy, I'm gonna walk here. Oh, you can get up from there. I didn't know that. Cool. I didn't read this quest, so I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe I should. Right, what do we have to do? Before the war, Hako was a small village where people understood the rules. Now we have had an influx of new people selling the wares at lower prices. I don't excuses. Are there rules and everyone follows them? Help me send a message to these price peoples. Don't price them. I have something stashed in the alley that will help you. Okay. Cool. Where am I headed? Where's the contact? I hate having to resort to such measures, but things were getting out of hand. My livelihood was on the line. A vendor who can't pay his dues quickly ends up in Neo Carthag, and I'd rather avoid that fate. Cool. Solaris. Alright, let's go talk to what's her face. We have missions for her. Let us continue them.
Oh, look, the kitten is back. Do we have business? Dangerous to speak that name aloud. Even here, beneath the cone of silence. You understand that we are not official. We are the hidden hand. Our connection offers no protection. Only the danger of discovery and a slow death at the hands of those who would thwart the Imperium's interests.
I could buy the Emperor if I wanted.
You better be. Dangerous times for us all. I hope you're ready, kitten.
What are we ready for?
I didn't ask. I'll have my men take you to him. His instructions are clear. We need to blindfold you first. See? I told you I had a ribbon for you, didn't I, kitten?
Meh, whatever.
Such trust. I promise not to take advantage of it.
Ah, my favorite assassin. I must confess that reading Alara's reports is a rare pleasure. Except this last report. You entered the ruins of old Carthag, accompanied by the outlaw Zantara, and you returned alone. Tell me, what happened down there? As a mentat, your mind is a fortress built on logic and reason. Yet even the most impregnable fortress conceals hidden gates. Tell me what transpired. Spare no detail.
Okay.
The Bene Tlilax, a nest of spiders that burned with old Carthag. Or so I thought. And you, a Gola, the flesh of the fallen, reborn. Fascinating. Your service has earned you answers. Ask.
What are we asking? I think that one just continues us. Let's try this one and see if we get back to this menu.
Years ago, my informants traced some unusual activity in Carthag to a Bene Tlilaxu lab. Before we could investigate further, the city was destroyed. The destruction of old Carthag is considered a terrible accident. But was it? I believe it was the Tlilaxu who destroyed the city. A monstrous choice. Destroying innocent lives to cover their profane works.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
They were the first sign that the Bene Tlilax were not done with Arrakis. My agents began reporting stir-ups among the minor power players. We quickly discovered that these were Tlilax agents, but that they were Gola was unexpected. Nevertheless, I could not allow them to destabilize the region. We must each do our part, and the spice must flow.
It has a cool jacket. I want this jacket.
Unlike clones, who are grown from living cells, Gola are grown from the flesh of one who has died. The process of doing so is knowledge known only to the Bene Tleilax. They make a fortune dealing their blasphemous wares across the Imperium. Spoiled Na Familia will pay extraordinary sums to have their favorite pet or retainer resurrected. But they are never quite the same. No Gola has the memories of its original host. No Gola remembers who they are. If you value the past or the mind, then Gola are worthless. Indeed, you are a refinement. Your compulsion doesn't drive you to madness as it did the ones who came before you. You have a great deal of imprinting. You can learn skills that take decades to develop in a short amount of time. And, fascinatingly, you don't have the appearance of whoever you are originally grown from. Perhaps that is the clue. You must have been someone with a recognizable face. The Bene Tleilax are forced to hide you in plain sight. It seems highly unlikely. Such experiments would be psychologically unstable. It's plausible. You seem designed to be anonymous. Perhaps we can discover the answer together. Recently, there has been a string
so
of
good.
murders in Arrakis. The victims have all been my agents at one time or another. A Tleilax retaliation for your efforts on my behalf. My chief inspector believes so. Travel to Arrakis. Find my investigator in the Imperial Consulate. He'll be thrilled to have the help. I
whatever.
expect nothing but excellence from you. Report to Alara when you are done. I will continue research into your origins.
Yeah, I don't mind that guy. He's not too bad. But I can't remember what he did in the last one, so could have been an asset. Can't remember. Alrighty, there is another mission that we need to do from her. Let me just check to make sure everything is working. It's working good, and it's working good. Good. Oh, I think that's the doorbell. Righty, I'm gonna be right back. 2 seconds. I'm just gonna grab the door. Alrighty, I'm back. Let's put the webcam back on. Oop, hello. I have returned. Alright, let's go grab this other mission. Which I didn't check to see. Let me just check something. Yeah. It's not too bad, I think. I was just checking the quality on the Twitch stream. So I think YouTube and Twitch. And YouTube can do HDR. Twitch can't. But I think I changed the filters on OBS. So we'll see. It should be working. Cool. Let us continue. I know I have another mission with us. Let's continue these other missions.
Oh, look. The kitten is back. Do we have business? Fenring has gone silent, which means important matters require his attention. So for now, kitten, there's nothing to say. Fenring owes us all something. But I don't know where he is. Come back later and we'll see what we can do about it.
Alrighty, let's do this one.
Other business? That sounds thrilling. Tell me. You have. That's excellent work. Tell me about what you encountered. A machine mind replicating humanity. An outrage. It is a good thing you destroyed that abomination. Hand me the gel sphere. Thank you. Here is your reward. It is proportional to your contribution in this endeavor, I think.
Oh, this is the other quest that other one. So it wasn't finished
That's
yesterday.
unfortunate. Then whatever was there could be in other hands. And this is dangerous knowledge. I'll ensure you are paid regardless.
Alrighty.
Then this is goodbye. Unless you want to make it awkward.
We can make it all good.
Other business. Then this
Oh,
is
there was another
goodbye.
section. Damn, okay. Hey, I've completed it. Oh, I've got the new vehicle. Sick. Okay, so that was the end. Alrighty. Let's see what comes up. What's in here? Alright, that was cool. I enjoyed that. Those are all just other things. And now we can research the new tread wheels. Cool. I saved up some points for it. Actually, we should start with this one. Could make one of these at some point. And I'll unlock those when I unlock them. I haven't unlocked the dual blades yet. Oh, I haven't. Okay, so we've got to finish. We've got to finish that. Alrighty. Just tell me if you can see the one that is making my thing get a notification. There's one. That's the one. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, it's got me doing the wrong thing. Yeah, that one. Alrighty, back to Arrakis. I gotta get Arrakis. And if I ever go back to Hugger, then I'll do that other quest. I don't think there's any more quests for me to do. I'm not actually sure, but I think I've done most of them. This is just the story quest, and then I'm done. Question mark? Sometimes fast travel is quicker. Because you don't have to get double loading screens, because I have to get one loading screen to the overmap and then one to Arrakis. But you can't fast travel if you have an ornithopter. Oh, I think they made it so you can zoom out a little bit. I wish it would zoom out like that on, on default. Alrighty. Cool. Let's continue. The chief investigator. The Imperial Constant. Quests. Alrighty.
Well, if it isn't Fenring's pet puzzle box. Last we met, there was a Sardaukar blade against your throat, and I was debating how best to make you scream. Careful, prisoner. I might start thinking you're trying to scare me. Threats and promises. Sounds about right. Let's get this going before the killer makes a third option. We don't have time for guesswork, but rushing breeds mistakes, and mistakes mean more blood on the streets. This killer is methodical, precise, and they won't stop until the job's done. There's a pattern to the victims. Find it, and you might catch them in the act. If the killer's still here, and we believe they are, then this is our best and maybe only chance to stop them. And make no mistake, if the Bene Tleilaxu are involved, this isn't just a string of murders. It's a purge, carefully planned and devastating. A threat not only to Arrakis, but to the stability of the entire Imperium. There is no we. You go out and dig. I stay here and wait for the results. Don't come back empty-handed. They were competent, trained, and experienced. But skill only gets you so far when someone's watching your every move. They ran into something or someone they didn't expect. That's why they're dead now. No one's been able to stop whatever's behind this yet. You want suspects? Count Fenring has enemies stacked like sandbags. Some want him dead, some want him ruined, and the rest are just waiting to see which comes first. I am doing that very thing, am I not? The Sheriff of Arrakis has many opinions. One of them is that I should stay out of his way. For now, it's sufficient that I remain in the shadows. You're not Fenring's only pet. He's got a whole shelf of broken things he likes to wind up and watch. Start with the engineer, Austin Lath, on the upper level of the Seleucid Bull. The last two victims were known associates. He must be mixed up in this somehow. He's not out on the floor with the common drinkers, if that's what you're thinking. Lath sticks to the back rooms, quiet, curated, and expensive enough to keep the rabble out. Of course not. They are restricted to patrons of higher standing than prisoner. You'll have to speak with the barman on the upper level of the Seleucid Bull, Alistair Chin. Either he or their security man, Ugo Forense, can provide access.
I tried my best. But they don't have a faux hawk haircut, which sucks. So I had to, but this is a new haircut apparently, so I'm trying out this new haircut.
Lath had an assistant, Hester Krimt. Talk to her. She's a smart girl. Does most of his work, then earns her hazard pay swatting hands from randy officers on the upper level of the Bull. Agent doesn't mean what you think here. Fenring's people aren't all cloak and dagger types. More like a specialized bunch of killers and survivors. You fit in better than you realize. If only I had a dossier and a drink menu. Find the man, You'll learn more in 5 minutes than I could tell you in 10.
Alrighty.
Should you require further guidance, return to me.
Yeah, alright. Not upstairs, because I want to go to the bar and then go upstairs. And I wish I could use my skills in here. Love to just grapple. Grapple shoot. The bar has this. Just busy finishing up the last of these quests. I think this is the last quest that I have to do. Actually. I think I've done every other quest in the whole game. Alright, apparently there's like a secret. Who are you?
Hello! Welcome to the Matador Room, where the spirit of Caladan steps into the ring. Poised, unshaken, and noble to the end, eh? Believe me, I would love to usher you in and cause a scandal. But unless your house's sigil is on the registry, you will have to enjoy this floor with the rest of us wretches. Follow all the leads you want, friend. But not past that curtain. I don't bend the rules just because someone sounds serious. Besides, the room is on lockdown. I'm just the gatekeeper here. A minor medical incident with a patron. We are grateful for your patience. Of course, discretion and propriety forbid me from disclosing the activities of our patrons. You understand. Hey, Thors sent you. Yes, we know Master Leith well. Alas, he is the subject of the unfortunate medical incident I spoke of. Yes, but that was before you identify yourself as the sub-prefect's agent. I regret to inform you that the engineer has suffered the most conclusive of a health setbacks. Let's just say he won't be ordering more drinks anytime soon. Master Leith, he was not exactly a social creature, but he wasn't a monk either. Fewer faces came and went, trusted ones at that. Well, Alistair, the steward, kept him fed and pickled. The wine merchant, Ambrose Lucifera, would sometimes stop in for a glass or 5. He and Leith share a taste for esoteric reactionary literature. Oh, and his assistant, Hester Klimt. Well, she is the one who actually keeps the planetologist office running. If Leith had a shadow, it was her. She is a blend of outdated political theory, mystical dogma, and a romantic delusion. Written by fringe thinkers for fringe audiences. Master Leith's attentions were ever diverted by it, and proletarian erotica. Proletarian erotica. Titillating stories about the field hands and mechanics, usually. Grimy rendezvous in tool sheds and bunkhouses. Factory workers rotting behind oil drums while quoting dialectics. It's someone's version of liberation, I suppose. Currently, I am speaking with you.
Random stuff.
Soon I will attend to Master Leith. Master Leith was na familia. But without kin, there is no inquiry, no scandal. Just a body and a silence.
Oh,
I leave a glyph for the Beggars Guild. They take care of the rest. Efficient, discreet. I don't know. It is never seen again. Currently, I am Master. I leave a glyph. How else do you expect beggars to decide the turf boundaries and resolve disputes? In the old days, yes. But the Duke does not abide violence in the streets. Very well. But may I ask what is it you are looking for? You are right, of course. If it was the murder, then Master Leith deserves some inquiry. I am ashamed. Your forbearance reminds me of our beloved Duke. Long may he live. What a conspiracy! The man was cooked on Vanta draft. And he liked to play revolutionary between relapses. Very well. I grant you access to the lounge. But I make it quick. Please, wave your little wand around. You will see what I saw. The trail of a man who burned from the inside out.
Okay, so gained access to the lounge. So, cool. Oh, that's another player. Who's that? I wish like names would come up so I knew who I'm talking to. Right, shield up. It's a good thing I bring a scanner with me wherever I go. Okay.
If you're hearing this, well, I didn't get away. I'm Austin Lathe, engineer. The guy they call when they want things done, not questions asked. There was this one chance I could have said no, but I didn't. I crunched the numbers, fine-tuned them. That was all it took to bring down the ceiling on 1 million lives. I didn't press the button, but I knew it was coming. I just didn't want to disappoint the guy who asked. They gave me a new title, a nicer coat, called me Na Familia. But after that, they wouldn't look me in the eye. And the thing I hear over and over, it's not the blast, it's my silence. Then I found this pamphlet stuck behind a sink. You dig, you sweat, you die, and your work builds opera houses on worlds you'll never see. There was a sandfly stamped on the back, razor wings, sickle-shaped stinger. What bleeds in silence must one day sing. Didn't get it then, but those words stuck.
Alright. Did did something you didn't like. Okay, sustained. Papers, lid of the table. Storm through. Two cups. Okay. Cups look soiled. Smells of spice wine. Okay. So one is spice wine, wine is something else. Nice. Okay. Scrolls are spread on the table. Most are covered in scribbles and shapes, crumpled, dirtied. One stands out. Neat letters on top of the stack. Sketches and schematic just to give. Okay. Made of spice paper. It reads, "Wings in the dark. Notes towards future without chains. A manifesto of some sort." Ready? Is that done? Let's look and see what else there is. I can also use my scanner in here. Okay, wait, let's lie slumped on the bench. Actually, Soul Street marks where his body. Of the son's trauma. It's just sudden, systematic faith rather than violent, prolonged agony. Okay. Alright, affected wings. Fingertips bear faint grey smudges. Paper hand. So some more here. Head. Heavy bags. Picture of health. Okay. Clothing. Pockets are empty, showing no recent use. Standard isolation. No reason to change the passages. Focus on study. Keep. Okay. Right. There's a bunch of other stuff here. Let's use the scanner. It's not the scanner. Several people seem to. Plastone carafe stands empty on the table. It's open mouth, carrying the faint scent of spiced wine. Label. Label written in neat handwriting. Blah 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 blah. A rare vintage. more options. Alrighty. Book. The burnt. Number 7. Okay. Cover. Streets of Imperial Concern. Bolt. Okay. Pages are dense with fine print on the edges. Just frequent handling. Key sections are bookmark. They're all confined Carthage Gate prison. Okay. Reading. Volume 7 on the vault bears either rebellion or heavy imperial. And this printing. It's not always reading. A lot of reading. So if you can read that, pause and go back. Printed without imperial sanction by press. Nothing, just in that book. I don't see anything is the cup on the left. I don't know. I think it was poisoned. None of that helps me at all. Loading for another 600 years. Loading screens in this game bonkers. Still loading. There we go.
Oh, I swear to the stars, if you're here to ply me with a drink, I'm going to shove shards of glass in your eyes. I'm sorry. Am I sorry? No, no, I'm not. Let me be plain. This is the worst possible time. I do not wish to speak. Kindly go away, please. You've seen... Very well. Let's get this over with. My name is Hester Klimt. Ask your questions.
Alrighty.
I was his assistant. We worked together at the Imperial Planetologist's office. That's the extent of our relationship.
Alrighty.
Adequate. He was adequate. At any rate, he's dead now, leaving me sorting out a mountain of chaos. Damn him. Sorry. He was my boss. I didn't know him outside of the workplace. I can't be of any more help than that. No. And what does it matter? There's no foul play. Unless you have some compelling evidence or medical training, I have to deal with the fallout now. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to prepare. I have to clean out his office. I have to prepare for his replacement. There's too much.
Hope Derek gets a promotion. Dermatologist. I don't get approved. Is there nobody else we can talk to? I hope this guy doesn't become the dermatologist person. This guy's just right.
Very well, what do you want?
I haven't done this.
He's finally dead. How did... Actually, I don't want to know the details.
Oh, I haven't done this.
He will be expunged from the records. Nobody will know he even came to Arrakis. Did you hear, Portavoy? We finally win. There is nobody to challenge us for the title of Imperial Planetologist anymore. Very well, what do you want? I'm sure I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you harassing me? Portafoy, prepare for action.
And you're a twat. Such a dingus. Oh man. Anybody else I can talk to? Bro, you look like Vin Diesel. Oh, my old friend.
Do mine ears detect the footfalls of someone who will add a drop of excitement to this rather pedestrian evening?
He's like the double agent.
Dead.
I remember.
But I only saw him recently. So full of life. Wait. Is this a potential murder investigation? How charmingly macabre! Do you really think someone murdered poor Austin? Shh, don't spoil it. Yes, I simply must be involved. How might I facilitate your sleuthery? Now see here, I am only midway through today's debauch, and am of sound enough mind to answer the queries of both of you. There are two of you, yes? I jest. Oh, do lighten up. This isn't a funeral, it's a possible murder scene. I've already imbibed several libations in dear Estim's memory. Yes, of course. Carry on. My occasional drinking companion has an education in engineering. If anything, he's even more of a man of leisure than I. He has an advisory position at the Imperial Planetologist's office. Though I don't believe he's ever set foot in that office. He's here more often than even I. If you ask me, and you have, he curried the favor of someone powerful to receive such a cushy job. Well, his carnal pursuits are prodigious. He worked his way through nearly all of Arrakine's eligible ladies. The man knows how to pitch woo prolifically. It's been a most unusual pleasure. Should you discover any more juicy details, I'll be here, keeping vigil for poor Austin.
Alrighty, anybody else I can talk to? These freaking old ladies probably know something. Okay, let's see. I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you.
Welcome to the Matador Room. If you're here for shade, spirits, or secrets, you found the right bar. If you're here for honesty, I suggest dehydration. If you must. Saw him when he came in to measure his vantage raft. Fussed with the poor like a chemist balancing a toxin. That was this morning. It's been a while. He didn't want me in there. Not anymore. Just the drink and the dark, and whatever was eating him from the inside. I respected his wishes, but maybe I shouldn't have. Alibi. I was behind this bar, pouring drinks and enduring the company of men far duller than murderers. Ask Ugo. Ask the regs. Ask anyone who's sober enough to spell alibi. What was he reading? I don't always keep up. Very heavy, and good for killing ants. I'm holding out for the Communinet adaptation. Histories of Imperial Descent Volume 6 was a real hoot. He was a good customer, generous with his bar tab, which was paid like clockwork at the end of every month. That was my impression. The Solaris were always transmitted by wire from an account with an Arsent transit code. A garrison town in the eastern Haga Basin. Pray you never see the place. It's where the Sadakar are encamped.
I don't mind going there.
If you must. Saw him when he came in to measure his assistant Hester and that puffed-up wine merchant Ambrose Lucifera used to intrude, but not lately. The last few weeks he kept the door closed and the bottle closer. I eagerly anticipate your return. No. Found what you were looking for? Or just a new regret to pair with your drink? If you must. I eagerly anticipate. Can't get anything but...
She wanted to talk to the barkeep. Anybody else to talk to? Freaking old ladies, bitch. Yeah. Old ladies. So cool.
What? I see no cup in your hand, so why are you in my presence? Are you dumb as well as deaf? Go find my tea before you taste the back of my hand.
Can you, old lady?
All you paws look the same. Do you expect me to tell you apart? I don't even know why they bothered to give your kind names. You don't name a broom or a shovel, do you? Now piss off.
Lady, I probably have more money than you would have. Look how much money I have.
You dare bother me again? How dare you ask me a question? The audacity! On my world, you would have your tongue clipped for such insolence. Avert your gaze. Has no one trained you to behave in the company of your betters? Be gone from sight!
Are you from the planetologist office? I'm getting rather annoyed. Wait, I can't hear you at all. Allow me to engage my enhanced hearing. Only thing the bloody Tlilaxu are good for. There. Now, tell me again. Are you from the planetologist office? My grandson Cyprian is the Imperial planetologist here. Who are you? Are you from the planetologist office? My grandson Cyprian is the Imperial... Well, you should bloody well know him if you are from the Imperial planetologist office. Then why are we...
All lazy, useless.
Hello? Are you the server? I would like to change my order. Oh, please hold. Allow me to adjust the ocular acuity of my eye implants. My husband is always complaining. Eyelith, turn your eyes up. I like to keep them turned down in public. Too much visual hurly-burly gives me vapors. There. Yes. Are you the server? I'm sorry, but why are we speaking if you are not the server? It is improper to speak to an unaccompanied elder lady of substance without a proper introduction first. It just isn't done. Propriety must be maintained, or there is chaos. Morwina here would have you flogged. Of course, that's not necessary, is it? Why, yes. I'm glad we understand each other. I wasn't sure you would appreciate the subtext. Many Pauls cannot, you know. Understand, dear, we of the nobility are not your enemy. We are superior, it is true. But that advantage allows us to care for you of the lower orders in ways you cannot hope to comprehend. Do you understand? There. Was that so difficult? Life would be so much easier if we all accepted our place in the order of things. Now that you have braved my wrath for your impertinence, I grant you a single question for your trouble. What do you wish to know? If you must, I forgot how much I like talking about myself. If you must, I forgot how much I like talking about myself.
So good. Fine. Alrighty. Nobody else to talk to. Okay. Just see what we can do.
Ah, you are back. How can I help? He did say something about hating the Harkonnens, but that does not make him special around here. Trouble and the Harkonnens go hand in hand here. You could throw a stick in any direction and hit someone with a grudge against the Baron. But a murder here? Right under Hawat's nose. That is not just bold. She is near impossible. You would need more than hate or ambition. It would take something special to earn that.
Alrighty. I'm not too sure what else there is. I need to find the wine merchant. Whatever his name was. Nobody else to talk to here. Oh, it's giving me some stuff. think that's the main guy. Let's go talk to whoever this is. It's down. It's in the back alleys then. Into the back alleys. There's a way here, I think. To the back alleys. It's a bit like Easter egg, yeah. Find this person. What is that? Oh. In the clinic. Clinic lady. Why am I talking to you?
We meet again.
Huh, okay.
I can't say I know the name, but I'm afraid my head has been buried in matters concerning my clinic of late. What's this to do with me? A possible murder, then. I see. That is interesting. At least morbidly so. Today has taken an interesting turn. I'll do the best I can without a body to directly examine. What can you tell me about the state of the cadaver? That makes me suspect poison. However, without bodily samples to test, I cannot confirm. A poison snooper would be the most expedient method. I'm afraid I don't have any snoopers at all. My supplies are lacking in general at the moment. If I knew that, I'd have one already. But I'm not exactly familiar with the more illicit sources of goods in Arrakis. Hello again. I can't say I know the name, but I'm afraid a possible murder today has taken an interesting... That could definitely support suspicions of poison. However, there are myriad other medical reasons that could cause such discoloration. A poison snooper would be the... I'm afraid I don't... If I knew that...
Alrighty, gotta find a poison snooper. Whatever the hell that is. Let's go see. What was the lance rat last time? Melee damage. What's next time? Prepare, press, and refine times XP. Been saving up spice for the double spice one, or like more spice one. This is probably what they're gonna go for this. I actually haven't looked and seen what. Let's see if there's anything. I wouldn't mind a Kind's cutter. I wasn't able to play the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks had a Kind's cutter. So. Alrighty. Let's see if we can go find a poison snooper. Go talk to our local crap dealer here. Likes to steal things.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? Well, color me curious. You've got a specific purpose in your eyes. What are you looking for?
I don't want to tell anybody.
You're in luck. I just so happen to have a snooper. I could part with it for a proper pittance of Solari, or perhaps some alternative form of payment.
100 Solari.
Solari always spends. Much obliged.
Sweet. Alrighty. Poison snooper. Let's put it there. No? Yeah, maybe it attaches to the scanner. Yes. Alrighty, I think it's that left cup. Let's go have a look. Never thought to do a layered floor like that. Oh, this thing's going to load. Alright, we have the poison snooper. I think we do it on the left cup. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it wasn't that. Maybe this. It's a really weird device. Might be the book. That's the book. Okay. Food. It was on his hands from the book. Scan away. So now we know it was the book. I think it was Twat Handler on the chair, whatever his name is. Paleontology dingus. Yeah, man. Alright, it's time to continue.
You? Again? You're like a rash. Sorry. Was that hurtful? Not hurtful enough. How is this supposed to go? I'm in over my head. I'm not in the proper state of mind, and I promise there will be collateral damage if I have to open my mouth. Who made that fanciful exaggeration? Ambrose Lucifera? The man's mind is a perverted carnival. I saw nothing to suggest anything of the sort. Now that sounds like a fanciful exaggeration. I at least saw nothing to suggest anything like that. Murder? That's impossible. I don't... How could you... How? No, there's clearly been a mistake. The situation is insane enough without these wild theories. All right, you nerve-wracking hound. Let me think. Perhaps I do know something that would help. Ask your questions. Stranger than usual? Well, he did become extra agitated. Paranoid, even. Particularly after a meeting with a strange woman. A redhead. He met with her in a closed room for hours. He came out, distressed, immediately ordering a thop to transport for the following day. I don't know if I should... He had a secret workshop in the Eastern Shield Wall. I don't know why he chose such a remote location. Send you the coordinates of the workshop.
Yep, this is good. Good. Still thing. I'll just wait for everything to catch up, see if it's disconnected or not. Okay, seems to be working. Alrighty.
I understand. Let's get this over with. Was that some sort of revolutionary manifesto? I don't know much about the book itself, other than Austin was reading it obsessively recently. Not specifically. Well, I don't know if it is any way connected, but Austin's political demeanor was becoming more, I suppose, militant. Towards the end, he also seemed to be hanging out about more and more shady and dangerous-looking people, though I have no idea who they were. Was that some sort... Easy there, you maniac. I'm not hiding anything. I just didn't have any conversations with Austin about his reading. I don't know if it is any way connected. Towards the end, he also seemed... Alistair and Ugo have access to any room in the Seleucid Ball, of course. I know I've seen Ambrose Lucifera in and out of there. Isn't that the thing about murder? We're often surprised by who is capable. I suppose Ugo and Alistair might have their own shady dealings. But I can't imagine them killing someone in their own establishment. And Ambrose seems too... ridiculous. I don't know. An alibi for Austin's murder... I was out on business that Austin had been neglecting. I'm afraid the only proof I can show are piles of hastily prepared paperwork. Murder. I just can't believe... Well, the more I think about it, someone murdering Austin isn't so unbelievable. I don't know what to believe. Austin wasn't a conventional boss. He rarely came into the office. A dysfunctional workplace, to say the least. No guidance, little teaching, nothing. With the absence of Cyprian Io, I've been taught nothing. I've had to figure it out as I go, running the day-to-day affairs in the chaos. In essence, I'm the acting planetologist of Arrakis. It's ludicrous. I'm in over my head. Damn Austin. Or rest in peace. Or both. Losing my mind. I've long suspected someone owes him a major favor. That's just speculation. You should understand, Austin was a brilliant engineer, as near as I can tell. But something shattered him at some point. He's a shadow of who he was. It wasn't any one thing or any describable clue. Just a million tiny intangibles taken in while being around him. Something had him guilt-racked. Once I saw him sobbing over a set of city planning sketches. He didn't see me. He avoided his work and skill set. It made him feel guilty or afraid. I'm not sure how he made ends meet, but the job title remained and money kept... Austin wasn't with the... In essence, isn't that the truth? I sweat blood figuring it out as I go, and he gets the title. I think someone powerful gave Austin his position as a favor owed. You should understand, Austin was a brilliant... It wasn't... Or once I'm not sure.
Moving on. Let's talk to Cyprian Io.
Very well, what do you want? I'm sure I don't know what... Why are you... Very well, what do you... Have you? And yet somehow you still possess your fingers and toes. Well, Grandmama must be getting soft in her 2nd century. What did Grandmother want, pray tell? Aristae Atreides. How I am sick of that name. As if a match was ever possible. For one, she dresses like an ugly boy. Desert khaki was never in. And 2, my grandmother knows well the direction which my tastes lie. And it is not towards mousy Bene Gesserits, or anyone else that smells like books.
Yeah, use this to talk to our flamboyant friend.
Ah, the return of our intrepid sleuth hound. Has the plot thickened? Oh, do say the plot has thickened. My dear Inquisitor, are you treating me like a suspect? Ridiculous! I am deucedly outraged. No, I'm not feeling anger. I'm feeling intrigued. A proper murder mystery, and I'm a suspect. How wickedly romantic. Perhaps I felt a deadly envy toward my dear friend. Nothing comes to mind. He was a sad sack of wine, whereas I am rather fabulous. Come to think of it, we weren't very close friends. Pshaw, we can hammer out a motive later. I'm just glad to be in the rogues gallery of this caper. I can say this about poisoning Austin. It would be easy to do. The man had recently developed a bottomless appetite for spiced alcohol. Not everyone can handle vice with the charm and panache that I do. People like Austin turn alcoholic dependency into something depressing. Something terrible haunted that man. 1 part guilt and 2 parts fear of discovery, shaken well and garnished with intrigue. Take it as you will. I am just a fatuous noble brat with too much leisure on his hands. Or perhaps I'm at my most serious when I'm joking. Allow me to lend you an ear. Maybe two. Ah, yes, his illimitable nervous tic. I can stomach murder and cadavers, but just thinking about that man's poor, tormented cuticles. Ugh. And I'll tell you another thing. He had deep-seated mother issues that bordered on fetishistic. We can smell our own. I can say that he was rather buried in that book, a recent reading obsession. He even had it open at the bar, barely registering the people around. I was mildly put off by all the finger-licking he did whilst turning the pages, but if moisture is needed on Arrakis, one must simply supply it themselves. Oh, yes, that was the most scandalous bit about it. A rather controversial text full of criticisms of the Empire. The title was, Histories of Imperial Descent, Volume 7, The Ikaz Revolt, Causes, Conduct, and Consequences Within the Imperium. Or something thereabouts. Come to think of it, he also recently read a banned Sandflies manifesto titled Wings in the Dark, Notes Toward a Future Without Chains. Yes, well, I simply must petition my house to change our motto to, for we are high functioning. I'm afraid I missed out on that bit of gossip. A pity. I did see him reading a Sandflies manifesto recently. Only that they have an improbably high propensity for slapping me, men and women. Though to be fair to them, I deserved it. Oh, do you mean Austin's tremulous little apprentice cowering at the window? In that case, no.
Not ready.
I shall count the minutes until my occasional... He has an He's here more often than even I. If you ask me, and you have, he curried the favor of someone powerful to receive such a cushy job. Well, his carnal pursuits are prodigious. Anyway, the proprietor can vouch for me. Well, only the usual assortment of patrons. Nothing noteworthy, I'm afraid.
I missed something there.
It's been a most unusual pleasure. Should you discover any more juicy details, I'll be here, keeping vigil for poor Austin.
He seems to know a lot about his books and everything, but knows
Found what you were looking for? Or just a new regret to pair with your drink? If you must. That narrows it down to half the bad decisions made in this district. Sorry, I don't make a habit of cataloguing Master Lathe's conquests. As far as I know, the only one who wanted the engineer dead is the engineer. You'll have to ask his assistant, Hester. I eagerly anticipate your return. Can't get anything.
Ah, you are back. How can I help? Names and colors, they come and go like a desert winds. If Master Lathe was seen with a red head, perhaps she was just another storm passing through. Red hair is common enough. If she had a business with Master Lathe, I was not privy to it. Some things are best left unspoken, eh? But who would want to kill a Master Lathe? He was already doing a good job of that himself. Between his taste for that toxic Harkonnen crew he loved so much, and the company he kept.
He demolished something. What if he was the one that did something with Gotham or something?
House deserters and ex-Dune men mostly. Not the kind that file taxes or hold court on Kaiten. Keep it down, stranger. But yes, if you are asking if Master Leth drifted that far, he did. Master Leth was a creature of habit, wretched ones. Benders that lasted days. Women and drink until he couldn't see straight. Oh, public! Shouting poetry in the gutter. One sock, no shoes. The sheriff, he dragged him in more than once. No charges, of course. Not for his kind. He would vanish, poof.
Ooh,
sometimes for
a lot of
days or
talking.
weeks at a time. Always come back clear-eyed, skin back like a desert stone. That is when he would hole up in the private room, pour himself a Vanta, crack open one of those revolutionary tomes, and the cycle would begin anew.
Alrighty.
Ah, you are back. How can I help?
So, talk to this guy again.
Found what you were looking for. Or I believe you are mistaken. Master Lathe is under the influence of something quite spiritual. Vantadraft. Known side effects include coma, confession, and occasionally death. But let's be generous and assume the middle one. You're right. No games. Just a corpse in the Espada room, and a list of insults I had hoped to use before Vantadraft finished what regret started. Murdered? No. Master Lathe was far too committed to slow, deliberate self-annihilation, not flashy enough for murder. Self-loathing's not a flaw in this town. It's a currency, and Master Lathe had it to spare. He spent it on bad liquor, bad romance, and bad books, in that general order. Master Lathe collected bad decisions like drink tickets, and love was just another excuse to disappear for a night, or 3. Vantadraft poured black as regret. The real stuff, illegal with a trace of poison, mined in barrels, not bottled. Master Lathe said it was the only drink honest enough to finish what he started. Not officially, just a spice stabilizer that got banned in 3 systems. Makes the color pretty. Also kills your liver. Depending on who you ask, that's a feature. Optimistic. That's generous. The bottle said, may impair judgment. Master Lathe read that as permission. Weird stuff. Off-the-record titles. Things that don't circulate legally. Class struggle, worker dignity. That sort of quaint filth. The kind of books that'll get you locked up on over half the systems in the Imperium. Sorry. The desk to sign out library books is on the lower floor. Things you don't read for fun. Anti-imperial treatises. Sandfly manifestos. I don't know. I suppose he wanted to unbolt the class system with his wrench and conviction. Should have known tools like us don't get to fix things. We just hold the weight until it crushes us.
How's that guy gonna
You
know
will have
this?
to ask his assistant, Hester Klimt.
Yeah.
She catalogues tragedy like a tax collector. Go spoil her mood.
Oh, ready.
You? Again?
Nothing else. Alrighty. Talk to everybody. Let's go hand in this quest. He was poisoned by the book, and I have no idea why. For who? Maybe the redhead. Or the sandflies. Who knows? Guess I had a secret lab. I've returned.
Report. Then our lead is cold, along with the corpse. Still, death has a way of leaving fingerprints. Did he leave any behind? Self-inflicted incompetence happens more than you'd think. Froth suggests seizure, or poison, or both. His usual habits might have masked something more deliberate. I see. Then I suggest you speak with our resident Sook, Dr. Shafat. Perhaps she can clarify what your untrained eyes cannot. Dr. Shafat keeps a back alley surgery near the entrance. Curious how the Sooks so often favor squalor over station. Report. You rattled her then? Good. Did anything shake loose? Did she say where? If he was running, that's the direction we look. Very good. You're starting to think like a Cheops player. But every cleared square reveals a trap or a truth. Go see which one Lath left behind. The pyramid game. 9 levels. Like chess built for mentats. It doesn't matter if you have... The point is, you don't win Cheops by chasing pawns. Every piece changes value as you climb the board. Just like an investigation, you can't trust what's in front of you until you understand what's above it and what's beneath.
Alrighty. Let's go find the sandfly base. And we could do that other mission while we're there. Yep. Maybe I should use the fast travel system. This is crazy though, because I'm like supposed to be seeing what's happening with all the other deaths, but I'm only investigating one. Alrighty. Just wait for this to load for the next 600 years. Oh, that was actually pretty quick. Eastern seawall. That would be this side, I think. More loading. Far away. One there, one there. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back up. Come in at the top. Quicker than trying to fly around. Load it in. Much closer. Let's do that. We should do that other one while we're here, though. This one. Let's go do that first. I don't know why I'm rediscovering all these locations I've already discovered. Whatever. There be updates. Still no word from everything. Archive, frame, cancel, raise. That's ranked. Okay, then the first slave meat. Okay. He's buying slave. We'll do this and then we will continue the normal story. Sniper. Alrighty, let's get this done.
Reveal yourself.
Shields up! Huh? I need reinforcements!
Can I spec this? There it is. Spare parts. Always need that. Alrighty. Deliver it. Okay. That's that done. Sandstorm. Where did I go? Yeah. Alrighty. Okay, let's go. Which is good. go. Storm. Probably won't hit me. Anyways. So this dude had like a secret base somewhere. I can find it. Almost overloaded again. Is this it? Is it? What is going on? Hello?
Who's that? Got incoming. Let's go. Enjoy.
Hey sis, guess what? Just wanted to let you know I'm still alive. Listen, I stumbled into this group, the Sandflies they call themselves. Used to be spice workers, but they stuck it to their bosses. They gave me food, shelter, water even, for free. I felt guilty about it, so eventually I told them about how I was a slave on the run. These guys embraced me and said, "Welcome home." Can you believe that? Look, I know you're probably mad I ran away and left you behind, but I honestly didn't think I would last a week on the run. But I think you should risk it too. My new friends tell me you'd be welcome. Miss you, sis.
We should run around with a gun again. Another one? How many guys are here? That'll get me downstairs. It looked like there was even more upstairs. Oh, there's another talkie. No, it's not. There was another talkie pad. There's a room there. It's not accessible. Alrighty, I know there's a room under here. Let's see if we can get down there. Let everybody know. Anything underneath? Alrighty, we'll check this last room up here. And just leads to this room. Yeah. Then we can go downstairs. Oh, that's it. Let's go. Let us continue. Oh, I got the thing. Huh? Pretty sure I got the thing. Hmm. Maybe I didn't put the thing? Maybe I accidentally left the area without noticing. Alrighty. Let's have a look-see. Yeah, there's a talkie box.
After the pamphlet, I started asking questions like, who does this serve? And the answer kept coming back, it serves them, the nobility. And nobody burned brighter on that pyre than Phaedra Vi. Old money, old grudges, she wore ruin like perfume. We drank, talked, pretended we weren't just ghosts. One night, I told her my worst secret, the one I can't say here. She didn't flinch. I asked her what that made me. A man, she said. A man with blood on his hands like the rest of us. You just don't wear gloves. Then one morning she showed up with real gloves, silk, elbow length. I knew she was hiding something. I gave her my worst sin like it was a love letter. She smiled, kissed me, then she asked for a confession. Not for her, for the Harkonnens. Said she needed money to buy back her family's heirloom. I laughed and asked if she was serious. Deadly, she said, and took another sip of her drink like it was just another Thursday.
What's the name of that lady?
After the pamphlet, I started asking questions like, who does this serve? And the answer kept coming back, it serves them, the nobility. And nobody burned brighter on that pyre than Phaedra Vi. Old money, old grudges. She wore ruin like perfume. We drank, talked, pretended we weren't just ghosts. One night, I told her my
Old
worst
Catholics
secret.
matters. Ah, what's
I
him?
can't say here. She didn't flinch. I asked her what that made me. A man, she said. A man with blood on his hands like the rest of us. You just don't wear gloves. Then one morning she showed up with real gloves, silk, elbow length. I knew she was hiding something. I gave her my worst sin like it was a love letter. She smiled, kissed me, then she asked for a confession. Not for her, for the Harkonnens. Said she needed money to buy back her family's heirloom. I laughed and asked if she was serious. Deadly, she said, and took another sip of her drink like it
How
was
far
just
am I
another
from? I'm
Thursday.
pretty close. Let's just use the fast travel. There it is there. And then we'll fast travel to Arrakis. And then we'll fast travel. Oh, I should have used the hook. The grappling hook. Get them much quicker. Been here before. Understand. Anyways, light lady. Actually, I'll check if there's any more quests. Do you sell
Still alive, are you?
industrial pumps?
Can I fly you somewhere today?
Yes, I need to go
Music's in my
to
ears.
Arrakis.
Atreides and their war levies. All right. Doctor's on the roof. Let's go visit.
Alrighty. Now we don't have to do one loading screen instead of two. Yeah, what about you guys? Alrighty. Good. Yeah. Alrighty, we're back at Arrakis. Doot. All right. Ah, thought it was one of those talky things. Hey, it's Sadako.
You've been to the workshop. Did our engineer leave anything behind besides regrets? Well, you're still alive, so I assume the greeting committee took it poorly. What did you find? What kind of annotations? Margin notes. Maybe a move, maybe a distraction. In Keops, not everything on the board is meant to be played. Phaedra Vi. Now there's a name from the past. Didn't realize she was still drawing breath. Complicated. Phaedra Vi is a man-eater. She doesn't flirt, she hunts. And when she sets her sights, the ending is never in doubt. I knew men, smart ones who thought they were the exception, that they could handle her. They're not around to argue the point. Of course she was. Phaedra always knew how to pull a thread, until the whole man came undone. You want answers? Go see Phaedra Vi. You'll find her apartment in the Upper Central Plaza. Watch your step.
Alrighty. Let's go. Let us continue the journey. Whew. What's the time? For a little longer. Trying to get to the end of this quest. Oh, my goodness. Sorry, I'm yawning crazy. Oh, I can use my scanner here. Oh. But that's a door. Oh, there's a little space for a secret. Well, that's a secret door there.
think it's a tribute. Grand revival. I'm hosting it after all. Who better? The same fools who couldn't spell Januzzian if I bled it onto parchment, dressing up the corpse of old carpets in borrowed silks like that makes it breathe again. But that night, it wasn't a party. It was the last time the world bent around me. I ruled it for a single night, and nothing that came after ever mattered. Now they wear the masks, they mouth the toasts, they pretend they remember. It's not nostalgia, it's taxidermy. Still, if the ghosts are coming, I'll be waiting at the door.
Definitely something behind this wall. Just don't know how to get in. More loady quests. The loading quest is the longest. Alright, back to what's his face? And whatchamacallit. Let's go. Zoned out for a second there.
Did you see Phaedra? I assume you found a trail to where she's hiding. Yes, the missing piece of the puzzle. I'll be sure to include it in her obituary. Could be something, could be nothing. It could be a waste of time. Either way, see her. Interesting. Then I hope your Thopter's gassed and waiting, because you're headed into the deep desert.
Great. I didn't come well when you thought this. I have to go back and hop in and fly around. Alright. Mentioned in the notes. I didn't read any notes. Alrighty. Gonna go in again. I don't want to sit through that fat loading screen. Alright, where are we at? Can I get to the deep from here?
Can I fly you somewhere today? Music to my ears. Where do you want to go? The basin is a pretty big place. Could you narrow it down a little?
Pinnacle Station.
Most folks, let's try to avoid it.
And then we'll fly from there. Yeah, we have the schematic to make that now. Righty, we'll fly from here. One time I didn't remember. Right, I'm not too sure where we need to head, but let's head there. Do. Oh, right, where are we heading? Didn't read the notes. B5. That was that. Yeah, we need to go to B5. Let's change it for a second. So, B5. Ah, there it is. Okay. This is mostly just for the music. If I see any dark ships, I'll probably go loot them because I need industrial pumps. Or not. It's not going that far. It's up. Picture me in my glorious days for dark worlds with sea. I think that refers to. Let's see what's in here.
Shields up!
He thought I wanted justice. He thought I cared. What I wanted was my grandmother's necklace. The Star of Wisova. 6 generations of vies wore it. Smuggled from a Kaz in a corset lined with blood. Gone when Carthage went up in flames. Austin saw the tears. He thought they meant something. So he gave me his truth like it was a gift. I didn't betray him. Not in the end. I kept his secret and lost the necklace anyway. Even if I'd held it again, it wouldn't bring back the ballroom, or the music, or the dancers. You can't ransom ghosts. And gods be damned, the dead never write thank you notes.
So she probably didn't kill him. Get rid of the crap in my inventory. Back to Arrakis. Oh, I didn't want to stick to that. Get out of here. Come on, spot. How should we get out of here? Really? Nothing? There we go. Siberian Isle. Such a melon. done with this quest. And then I'm going to bed. Excuse my yawning. Oh. The loading screens are killing me. It takes so long the whole time, just loading screen, loading screen, loading screen. Come on, loading screen. Yeah, they do take forever. For some reason. I'll just wait for that to come back. Alrighty, it's back. Seems to have reconnected successfully. Alrighty. Let's go back and hand that in. I don't think it was her that killed him. Well, maybe it was, because the family necklace was lost at Old Carthag, and I think he broke Old Carthag for the slacks, or whatever the hell they're called. Anyways, let's figure it out.
Report on the deep desert. Murder's noise. Cargo is signal. What kind of high value? Let me see it. Huh. Yes, I recognize some of these names. Tell me what you see.
Let's see.
Possibly, but everyone's always angling for something. It doesn't mean it's worth chasing. Anything else? Interesting. What makes you say that? I see. You met with her? Somehow I missed that in your cheerful updates. A necklace, is it? It sounds like her. Sentiment wrapped around leverage. Of course. A Shigawai confession. Last refuge of the melodramatic. Easier to confess to a machine than face a reckoning, I suppose. If it were obvious, you wouldn't be asking. The answer's buried. Figuratively and literally. Coincidentally, I have a seat at a banquet with Phaedra Vine, and several others listed on that manifest. I'll gather what I can there. You go back to Phaedra's apartment. That note might be our next key. Read it. What did it say? Subtle as ever. She's leaving you a memory dressed as a riddle. What do you need help with?
I think I got it. Don't worry about it. It's a picture. Okay, that seems to be working. We're good. Alright then. It's up and running still. I haven't even skipped a beat. Nice. Even though it's reconnected twice. Oh, loading. Loading quests for days. Alrighty. Okay. Code. This. For like up down code with one of the zeros. Another one. Oh, we have to just brute force it, I guess. Okay. That makes patterns. Ah, there we go. So, chair, table, chair. Headphones up, headphones down. So, chair, table, chair. Headphones up and headphones down.
That's crazy, Mother. We have the peon's compact. To hell with the compact. Do they expect you to work as a machine? Never resting. Mother, watch what you say. You know they listen. Please. Let's just say the words and have our tea. The words. Can't. Too angry. But, Mother, we happily say the words every morning.
You guys can pause them if you want. Poison snooper. Oh.
Sorry, Mother, but if you must blame someone, blame Zantara. His most recent attack destroyed our last phased ion refinery in the northern precinct. Fremen bastard. Hey, your father had Fremen blood on his mother's side. It's a blessing he didn't live to see what happened to
I'll leave it up. Leave it.
Be sure to let the Baron know next time we have dinner. Now, let's get on with our job. You had dinner with the Baron? No, Arek. He was being sarcastic. I will say it again. The bone broke alloy auger is a precision tool and requires equal precision in its maintenance.
She was stabbed. Very clearly. Radio.
I've been trying to say this for weeks. Carthag, you want the truth? I was hired to fix a problem, quietly. A man, high voice, long shadow, wanted something buried. No noise, no survivors. I helped him, mapped fault lines, tuned resonance, knew exactly what would happen. They paid me, gave me a new collar, a title I never earned. Carthag fell. You've seen the ash. But I laid the tracks. When the train came, I looked away. The nightmares aren't fire or screams, they're silence. That moment before, I could have said no. Now it's inside me. The rot. I drink, I work, I don't sleep. Take this, sell it, burn it. Just remember, someone knew, even if I don't tomorrow. The two men say first silence, then dust, then wings in the dark. I used to think it was poetry. Now, it feels like a countdown.
Maybe I should take the blade. That's poison. Ready? More loading quests. I wonder if he killed her and then someone killed him. Loading quests, lots of loading quests. Alrighty, where am I headed now? Up to the bar. Shortcut.
Oh, hey there, friend. Looking for anything special? That's not normally a good eye trade-in. I'm more hands-on. And I've got lots of customers, each with their own sordid affairs. None of my business. That's unfortunate. I shouldn't say. It's not good business. It's not safe. No. I knew she was scheming up something to put together the scratch she'd need to get that necklace she obsessed over. All right, all right. The lady was obsessed with her ancestral jewels, which I gather she lost with old Carthag. She particularly yearned for a necklace, the Star of Wisova. Turns out an enterprising scavenger had it. So Phaedra hatched some kind of scheme to get up the money to reacquire the necklace. Damn, I've got an answer, but you aren't going to like it. Phaedra was part of a little cabal who collectively had a stash of treasure they took out of old Carthag before it blew. Last to live takes the pot. Phaedra was making desperate trades to get the funds to retrieve her ancestral necklace. Well, anything could happen in that nest of covetous snakes. As for that person listed on the manifest, the Overseer, that is Sub-Prefect Tours. He's overseeing that group. Not the sort of thing you spill over afternoon tea, is it? I suppose you'll be catching up with him then and leaving in a hurry, huh?
Yo. Let's go this question and head out soon, I think. So that must be through one of those doors. Oh, it's a banquet. Yeah, I never trust that guy. Ui. Right, secret banquet. Huh.
That's not your door to open, stranger. Push it, and you'll find I'm harder to move than most. And by order of the Emperor, I'm telling you to slow your gallop. There's nothing for you inside. I am the Sheriff of Arrakis, and the only uniform I wear is this sword and belt. Of course, you're welcome to test whether I'm dressed for the job or not. I found my reputation and steel tend to speak louder than epaulets.
Sheriff of Arrakis, wearing Hawkcoat and gauntlets.
All due respect, but unless you can raise the dead, your timeline has just become
flexible. We've got one survivor, technically. Old bird's flapping her wings on the way down, but she'll land soon enough. Tours? Now there's a theory. Got anything to go with that? Or are we just throwing darts in the dark? Normally I'd say this is above your pay grade, but frankly I could use a second set of eyes. And if you already know some of these silk-wrapped corpses, all the better. Good. That saves us a few hours of corpse roulette. A few of these poor fools I already recognize by build or reputation. The rest you and your list can help with. It's my job to know who's whispering in the shadows. This crew kept to themselves. Rich, quiet, and just strange enough to raise my interest. I've had files on half of them since they landed. They didn't emerge from the usual noble channels. No banquets, no procession. They landed like cargo off a discreet ledger. No registry, no flight logs I could get my hands on. And they kept to the shadows after. When nobles start behaving like spies, I start watching like one. These little gatherings weren't new. Masquerades are not. Same crowd, same vices. Wine, secrets, and shouting matches dressed up as witty banter. Masks just gave them an excuse to say the quiet parts out loud. They never shouted about spice or power. It was always the desert. Who knew what? Who had the map? Who owed something? Sounded more like a treasure hunt than a banquet. All I know is they were tight-lipped going out, and even tighter coming back. Anyhow, enough jawing. Let me get a look at that guest list. I'll match it with my data and cut through some guesswork. Appreciate it. Now I'll play scribe. You go play confessor. The old bird is waiting. Call her countess if you like. I call her the last shriveled thorn on a dead branch. Sharp tongue, sharper memory. Don't be fooled by the frailty. She can still draw blood with a whisper. The butler saw things. Doesn't rattle easy. You do well to speak with him before the details slip through the cracks. See what the butler and the old hawk have to say. After that, come find me. I'll be the one holding this city together.
Alrighty. Let's go. Just equals water. There. Alrighty, let's get to investigating. Alright, let's start with this dude.
Do forgive the mess. They died as they lived, loudly and with abysmal table manners. Butler to the late lordlings of this doomed affair. My talents include wine pairing, corpse counting, and feigning deference. It began as a toast, ended as a cautionary tale. You may pick whichever part offends you the least. It's simple. Wine was poured, conversation flowed. Then, so did the convulsions. You will forgive my impertinence for pointing out there is a noble here who still draws breath, and her breaths are more important than my breaths. It would behoove you to speak with her while you can. I shall remain here, utterly loyal and inconsequential.
Oh, splendid. An audience. I was beginning to worry I'd die without one. Countess? Did you just address me as Countess? Did he now? How sweet. That sun-scalded half-breed always did mean well, even if he has the conversational grace of a bricked-up cellar. Do I look like some lace-draped provincial with a grain tithe and a hobby kennel? I'm a marchioness, you ignorant little envelope. Alert the criers. We have discovered a pleb who can take instruction. I was Eulalia Hawthorne, marchioness, patroness. And now I'm just the ghost of better parties and worse decisions. Tours? No, thank the stars. Another bureaucrat sniffing around. Precisely the kind of dull company I avoid. Hands off, you clod! You'll tear my face away. No. I'm still wearing it because it goes with my dress. Of course it's stuck. There are tiny barbed claws secreted within the mask. I saw Una Byrne try to remove it, and half her face came away before she fainted. Idiot. The wine merely opened the door, but it was the masks that let death inside. Poison in the wine, poison in the mask. One to loosen the soul, one to pierce it. A double dose for double crossers. Leave the mask alone. Because betrayal is their native tongue, dear. I watched them turn coats faster than courtiers shed morals. First for survival, then for sport. Let's just say, when money and memory are tied to the same grave, the living tend to grow fangs. By all means, prolong my suffering with your endless prattle. No one worth the effort. Just a pack of maulers fighting over my ruin. They'll whisper sweet poison behind my back, like always. At least death saves me from them. No. But whoever it was deserves a medal for culling the herd of those pretentious fools. What happened? Fashion suicide, mainly. Graf Vero died smiling, the fool. Spilled his wine and his wit in equal measure. I do admire a man who keeps his mask on while choking. With one of those ghastly little speeches nobles make when they think they're clever. Then came the toast. Then came the horror. Our dear hostess Phaedra. And I do mean dear, given what it cost her. Dead, did you say? But the Toastmaster strutted around with her voice and mask like she owned the place. Typical Phaedra. Can't even die without making herself the center of attention. bitch. I wasn't really listening. Phaedra has a habit of mistaking volume for substance. And I've spent decades letting that woman This I remember with perfect clarity. She said it with that awful snark of hers, like she's been waiting years to raise the glass. She said, "To ghosts and ash, to the flames we escaped when we should have burned. Every breath since has been stolen, and tonight the debt is due." Hard to forget a toast that theatrical, and not just because it was the last thing I ever drank. Graf Ansel Vero, a bloated tick in a borrowed title. He died as he lived, loud, ridiculous, and surrounded by people pretending to like him. Blue, a coward's color. Fitting, really. He always did flee when anything required a spine. Or pants. Turns out my precious toxin modulator works. Slows the venom, preserves the drama. I'll die last, bloated with envy and resentment. Just how they'd want me. Oh, do not ruin this for me. I want to die with some shred of mystery, not flanked by bumbling concern. One last kindness, dear. My Morla. Kill them all. They'll spend my death pawing through jewelry and gossiping in the kitchen if you don't. It's a tradition, you know. The servants die with the mistress. Mostly forgotten now. Like manners and decency. But I rather like it. Please, kill the little wretches. Choke the life out of them before they sell my underthings for drink. Insolent child. See to it, or you'll find your own position precarious. I do not tolerate insubordination.
Alrighty. the guy that he was talking about. Tools. Mind. All right, battle time.
Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal. While I don't know the specific name attached to that handkerchief, I do recall there was more than one name fitting those initials on the guest list. In any case, someone waved the handkerchief in question dramatically about while arguing over whose knowledge of wine vintages was supreme. Nothing else comes to mind, save that the handkerchief in question carried a distinct perfume, sweet if cloying. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal. Where do they come from? Same place as the lies they're meant to hide. Born in the rotting vanity of those too cowardly to show their true selves. Masks are just another way to pretend nobility isn't a disease. No, I don't. Ah, just when the silence... If it reeks of desperation and mild opium, it likely belonged to the lady in the olive mask. She fancied herself mysterious. Mostly, she was just loud. She was mid-squabble with the one in red. Something about inheritance or infidelity or seating arrangements. Hard to tell with that set. She dropped it in the fray and made no effort to return it.
Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to answer your questions.
Pains me to point out the obvious to one of such cunning, but I was too busy performing my duties to note the ingress and egress of each guest. I was instructed to set the table and pour the wine for that amount of guests, and I did so. I did not, however, perform any sort of head count.
Nothing in this vast universe.
While I was in the room diligently pouring wine just prior, I'm afraid I was away during the actual toast. I was checking on the status of the soon-to-be-served meal. You do understand my station, don't you?
Nothing in this vast universe would...
I'm afraid I do not know of whom you speak. I certainly was not instructed to care about whom that name belongs to.
Okay, let's have a look. MD.
Let's have it. Spit it out. Let's have it.
Done stopping the people.
No blood or teeth marks. Good. Consider yourself formally initiated into the losing end of noble etiquette. She talked to you, didn't she? That's more than most get. See, that's where you got it twisted. That woman's got venom for blood and a title where her heart should be. She talked because you annoyed her. Snapped her right out of that death spiral by reminding her just how much she hates lizard-browed provincials like us. Call it a success. You woke up the part of a brain still capable of sneering. The question is, did you learn anything? Well then, guess it was a party after all. Anything else? Well, that's a wrinkle. Did the old bird say what color mask he was wearing? Backward. So find the wine stain next to a blue mask and you found our graph. We can work backwards from there. Of course he did. Might want to run that scanner of yours. Find out where the wine hit the floor. Then we'll have our starting point. Bold choice bringing a discount snooper to a high-born massacre. Still, point it at the mess. Might surprise us both. Sort out where the graph ended up. Then we'll talk.
Yeah, let's do it. Use this guy. Yeah.
Let's have it. Let's hear it. First prize to the junior investigator. That fits the evidence. A can of pressed slig. It's good on toast. 5 cans of pressed slig. The man chose his agent well. Always does, though. Got an eye for talent, that one. Well, meanwhile, I came up with 2 names of my own. 8 masked assholes dead on the floor. Drank their guilt, now they'll sin no more. Speak to Theophilus about Agade Yamari. That's what the note says. I suggest you find out what our buttoned-up friend knows before he forgets.
Oh joy, you've returned. She was prone to a serious allergic reaction to a species of plant in our flower arrangement. She wished to sit as far away from it as possible. A common reaction to that particular flower. The wealthy chose aesthetic over practicality or safety. It's a wonder we can keep any of them alive. Alas, nothing pains me more than being unable to do your job for you. But I do not recall. I merely changed his seating arrangement prior to the gathering. I regret to say that the seating arrangement was the casualty of a wine-spilling incident by someone already deep in their cups.
Twat. Alright, flowers. What flowers? Flowers in the room. So it's either this lady or that lady. I would assume it's this one. Only 2 flowers, this one and this one. So I would assume it's this lady. This is the lady with the purple mask on the right hand side. Let's see what we can do.
Let's have it. Then let's have it.
It was blue?
No. We just established that was the graph. Are you sure you're up?
Nice purple. this one.
Let's have it. Then let's have it. No, that's not right. Let's have it. Then let's have it. No, that's not right.
What am I missing? Maybe I took this again.
Oh joy, you've returned. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to heal. The man in the sapphire mask believed he could hold court and chalice at the same time. He could not. I cleaned it. One more servant to fix what breeding fails to teach. He dropped his wine while gesturing about bloodlines as if his own hadn't already curdled. I cleaned it up. The wine came out. The stupidity did not. Ah, just when the silence was beginning to... Oh joy. Nothing in this vast universe would please me more than to pains me to point. I was instructed to set the table and pour the wine for that amount of guests, and I did.
Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing now. Man. Am I looking for again? We see the seating arrangements. Oh, there's a plant. That's the lady I thought it was. That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
Let's have it. Then let's have it. I'd say it's more of a Zaffrey violet, but that seems to align with my conclusions. Good work. I figured out one more. That snooper thing of yours chirped like it knows something? Well done, friend. While you were nosing around, I confirmed that the caskets themselves were not poisoned. Meaning... That's exactly correct. Someone doctored the vino after it was delivered. Always nice when the killer's polite enough to attend their own massacre. Turns out the wine was arranged by a man named Ambrose Lucifera. Fancy name for a glorified errand boy. I had him dragged in. Now's the time to go poke holes in his story.
Please do me the courtesy of telling me why I am being detained. What's the charge? Supplying wine to a banquet? A decadent Arrakis banquet? Oh, balderdash, this is becoming intolerable. You've turned a juicy murder plot into something tedious. How could I possibly be involved with... Who did you say was murdered? Well, now, see here. I merely arranged for the wine to be delivered. Everyone knows I have a knack for finding the best. These sealed bottles were poisoned. Oh, well, there you have it. I took no involvement in their glassware, merely in arranging for the reception of a very fine vintage. I trust this absolves me. A rare vintage from the planet of Grenbel, home of the exquisite Maros deer. A libation so fine, even the most domineering Chussock snob would weep. Why, yes, any of the staff of the Seleucid Bull, as well as a few of the regulars, can attest to my presence. My debauching is quite conspicuous. Oh, goody, goody. With that unpleasantness out of the way, is there anything I can do to aid you in your remedial sleuthery? Well, I'm afraid I missed that slice of gossip, though it sounds delicious. Knowing nothing else, it leads me to one conclusion. If such a hoard exists, someone in old Carthage had prior warning to give them the time to gather such treasures and safely evacuate them. An intriguing notion. He's what some call a town fremen. Impeccable service, a full purple-gloved member of the Imperial Footmen's Guild. Still, he harbors a certain intensity behind his eyes when watching the nobles. Those of my status often ignore the help in their complexities. I do not make this mistake. And now we are back to a morbidly fun game. Proceed. At that banquet? Afraid I don't know. It could be... No, he's convalescing from an undiscovered venereal disease on Chussock. A real trailblazer, that one. Before you go, I did pass on a note to one of the guests. You'd have to ask Theopolis about the recipient. Roella Ramsby. She inquired about a particular vintage of wine, feigning expertise, but that woman wouldn't know Amontillado from sherry.
Oh joy, you've returned. That name does not mean anything to me, but I will endeavor to answer as best I can. On behalf of whom? Ah, yes, the drunken peacock. The man dresses like a walking dessert tray and talks like he's auditioning for a play no one asked for. What would you call him? Now that you mention it, I did. The recipient was a woman wearing a terracotta-colored mask. Correct. Afraid so.
Why did my sword just come out? Oh, not that lady. Is it this lady? Fingers missing. One of these guys had a finger. Maybe this lady.
Let's have it. Very good. Was he still crying? Don't keep me in suspense now. Good instinct. Keep pulling at threads. We'll get somewhere ugly soon enough. All right. Let's hear what you've turned up. No. That doesn't square with the facts.
Oh joy, you've returned. Congratulations. Forgive me, but I wasn't conducting a limb census between courses. She did linger rather tenderly on the frieze near the dining table. But then touching things that don't belong to them is a long-standing pastime of the wealthy. I can say that I did not much care for that behavior. I had polished that brass for hours. Now I shall have to spend hours more wiping away the fingerprints. After the cadavers are removed, of course.
Yeah, that's what I thought. What's this thing?
Let's have it. Very good. Don't keep me in good instinct, all right? Let's hear what you've turned up. Yes, that fits. Another off the list. Let's see here. If Ruella Ramsby was there, that means the other terracotta has to be... two masked assholes dead on the floor. Guess the toast hit harder than they bargained for. Calm yourself. We'll get there soon enough. Gotta build suspense. One of the remaining two guests is Lady Bianca Baghetti, a puffed-up hanger-on from a disgraced minor house. That means the last dead asshole is... Sub-Prefect Tors.
Yeah, I figured.
No, I mean Tors is here. Good afternoon, Sub-Prefect.
Huh. It looks like that guy over there is dead.
There you are. Report. Don't look so slack-jawed. Who else were you expecting? I was delayed. A pity. Perhaps I might have averted this... unpleasantness. A grisly thought. One I've already entertained. They are no more my people than you are. I watch them as Fenring commands, though their antics hardly inspire admiration. What manifest? Carthag. There it is. Motive. The killer is eliminating the survivors of old Carthag one by one. Revenge, concealment, or the quiet removal of a dangerous truth that could unpick alliances from here to Kaitane. Indeed, and if you've a name for the hand that signed that order, now would be the time to share it. There it is. Motive, opportunity, and means. Our assassin isn't merely killing, they're closing the book on Carthag. Yes. And how do you suggest I handle this? What have you learned of their methods? Then having failed here, where is our ghost's next haunt? Then I must go. To catch a killer. Don't be a fool. One sight of you and our ghost, as you call it, will vanish. Better you leave them to me. Yes, well, I never much cared for Cheops.
Wasn't done. Thought I'd finished this quest by now. Hope it didn't like kick me for an activity or something stupid. I don't know why I all of a sudden got a loading screen. I don't know where. Alrighty. Let's continue. I still think it is him.
There's nothing here. The killer saw us coming. Now the trail is cold, and we're going to have to report our failure to Count Fenring. You've been an adequate assistant. I'll put it all in my report. You can leave now and report back to whoever it is you report to. Stop! In spite of everything, the Master still wants you alive. To fulfill your mission. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. I still recognize you. Even with this face. Even with this flesh. You move like you always did. Smile like you always did. Don't follow me. I have a mission of my own.
And if you get in my way, I'll put you down. We can always grow you again, after all.
That's a weird twist. Alrighty, back to Harker Village. We'll hand in these 2 quests, and then I'm going to bed. Run 'em out. Apparently there's like an arena at some point. Alrighty, handing in these 2 quests and I'm going to bed. Oh, the loading screen's there. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Alright, let's go see the clinic guy and then hand in this other quest and then I can bounce. I'm getting quite tight.
You again. What is it now? You did. I had marked you down for dead the moment you left here. I would have wagered good currency to that effect. Huh. You speak the truth, Pawanda. Against all expectations, you have recovered my package. I can see the wheels turning in your little Pawanda head. What do you think is in the package? Either you've been hitting the spice hard, or that was a lucky guess. In fact, you delivered the freshly harvested organs of 12 slaves. While many of you Pawanda dullards believe old stories about Tleilaxu grave robbers picking the dead for body parts, that was never true. No. The replacement anatomy we grow is all fresh meat. But to guarantee quality, we need a constant supply of fresh genetic material to sample.
Cool, that's that done. Let's go ahead and start the quest, and I'm gonna pass out somewhere on a couch. Let's check some good bed. Alrighty, let's do this and get out of here.
You're back from Arrakis. Rumor is that it was a bloodbath. Report. No. Without other orders, you report to me. Tell me what happened in Arrakis. A face dancer? I've heard of them, kitten, but never expected to have to deal with one. What did it want? Revenge? For what? Perhaps, kitten. The destruction of old Carthag was a catalyst for many changes on Arrakis. Who knows what sparked it? But come now. I've heard nothing of a captured face dancer in Arrakis, so I assume the creature is dead. I see. So one of the Count's best men is dead, and the killer has escaped. I like you, kitten, but this is a failure. The Count will not be pleased. I will pull my network and try to find out where this creature went. I will confer with our employer and contact you when I have more information.
Ready?
Finally. I've been trying to find a moment to contact you, but Mother is relentless. Luckily, she's distracted by a social event, so I can get out of the palace for a few hours. Can you meet me at the Seleucid Bowl in Arrakis? Same table as last time.
Oh, I was just in. I will do that next time. Ah, cool. That's pretty sick, actually. Custom. Oh, I can customize it. Look like I did like Jason recipes. Anyways, I think that's all for tonight, though, guys. Thanks everybody for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can go follow me on all the socials. It's at Darktrine. And I'll be back maybe tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, when you've subscribed, you'll get a notification if you just press the bell thing. But yeah, I will. I'm gonna bounce. Alright, cheers, everybody.